Hi guys. So, a good piece of advice for everybody struggling, because I know that this is very hard sometimes, and sometimes we feel like, what's the point? I'm just gonna give up. You feel like giving up. You feel like, well, these people keep pushing back at me, but you know what? That's not the time to give up. That's the time to push back harder. Okay? And you might think right now, well, I can't do that. I'm too weak. But you know what? That's okay. You can rest and take that time to be yourself and to rejuvenate yourself, so to say. But the main message I want to give you guys is that persistence is key. Persistence will get you to where you need to go. Have you ever noticed that when you really put your mind to something and you tell yourself that I'm going to do this thing no matter what, no matter who gets in my way, because I want it that bad? That's what we need to do with everything. Because this is trying to attack every part of our lives. And we can't let it do that. We can't let this, even though it's going to happen, even though they're going to do whatever they want anyways, it doesn't matter what they do. What matters is what we do. What matters is that we protect ourselves. And like I said, being persistent in who you are, being persistent where you're not going to let them break you down. You're not going to let them push you down and keep you down. They might push you down for a little bit, but you can always get back up again. And that is the thing I want you to remember, is that there's always a way. And if you're persistent enough with anything, you really can do anything in this world if you're persistent enough. And that's what we have to start doing. Because for so long, we've allowed this stuff to happen. If anybody's well aware of all the atrocities going on in the world and all the sick, vile things that are being done, especially to children, we really have to be more concrete and stable and persistent about this, and we cannot give up no matter what. We can't give up. And people say, well, how are we going to fight this off? How are we going to, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Well, we haven't figured that out yet, because we're not even able to come together because of what they're doing and how they're suppressing us. So remember that. We're not, yes, we haven't really tried to come together. I mean, as far as what I'm aware of, who knows if there are targeted individuals that are getting together, and they should be putting it out there. But again, things are censored, and we're not even allowed to see certain people's comments. Okay, so how are we gonna, if there is some sort of getting together, it's not gonna be out in the open. It's not going to be easy to find. So we really have to do some soul searching and within ourselves first. And then we have to also search out there for others that are like-minded and that truly just want to get out of this prison. Because this is what it is. It's a prison. And for those that don't see it, well, you're deeply mind controlled. And that's why you're not seeing the truth of what things are. You might say to yourself, well, this isn't really going on. It's just all in your head. Okay, it's all in our head, but at one day you're going to see it right in front of you. It's been in front of you the whole time, but it's in plain sight, like hidden in plain sight. So one day when you finally see what's going on, and they kill one of your family members, and they tell you that it's for the greater good, just an example, because that's where it's going to go. You know, they're going to see how far they can push us. And if you go that far as to saying, okay, sure, whatever you have to do, I'll obey you guys just so that I don't get in trouble. You know, what kind of life are you living? You're not living a life at all. You're the living dead. That's why they call them zombies. That's why we call you, okay, I'm not saying you, but sheeple, people that don't understand or don't know or don't want to. Really, that's what it is. People that don't want to know. People that want to keep their head in the sand. That's what I'm talking about. Sheeple. And I hate that word, but that's what they are. People that are like sheep. Just follow the next person. And they just follow what they're told. They don't have a mind of their own. And what we need to do is start using that mind that we have. Whatever little bit we have left, well, we have to learn how to cleanse ourselves in many ways, physically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, many, many, many ways. We have to clear out so much crap that we've been fed. Figuratively, mentally, like I said, all ways, figuratively and literally. You have to clear out all the shit so that you can start filling yourself up with things that are true, and to realize that you have power. You do have power. You have rights that they're already built in you. You're not given rights. Nobody gave us rights. We have these rights. We've had them all along. Just for being a human being, you have rights. And animals do too, but people assume that they don't. So being persistent with, wherever you're going in life, because every targeted individual, and no, that's not who you are. You're not a targeted individual, but I have to say it to identify who you are. Well, not who you are, but what you're going through. Now, everybody has a different, everybody has their own life and they're doing their own thing. Continue to do what you love to do. Continue to expose this evil and continue to be yourself, most of all. Continue working on yourself, knowing yourself, and don't let anybody take that from you. That is the thing that you have. That's why you're targeted. That's your strength. And that's why, these so-called elite or rich, they're really not rich. Okay, these creatures, these people, so-called people, okay, that's not the true wealth. The true wealth is within your heart, within your soul. And this is truth. They don't want you to know this. All right, the Gospel of Thomas. Now, this is religious or not, it doesn't matter, okay? Because these are facts here. The Book of Thomas was taken out of the Bible, and you ask why. There are certain books that were taken out of the Bible because, well, specifically, the Book of Thomas was taught by Jesus, and there were a lot of teachings of Jesus actually in that book, and he said that, he goes, I don't know the exact verses, but I know for a fact that he was telling people that would listen. He said that you have power. You have, not power, you have, I don't know what word he used exactly. But he said that the works that I do, you can do and greater. Okay? The works I do, you can do and greater. So we need to start taking responsibility for what we're able to do. That's the power that I'm speaking about. If people wonder, well, what power do we have? What can we do? We have the power of love, and we have the power of, courage, really, if you think about it. Targeted individuals are the most courageous because we're not backing down. We're going to continue. And again, persistence is the key. That is what we do. We persist. We don't give up. We persist until the end. And that's really what I'm trying to get at. You persist until the end and you will succeed, and we will get justice. I feel it within my heart that eventually it can't be hidden for so long. Eventually it's going to come out, and it might be slow, but it is going to come out. And the more it comes out, see, that's why there's more and more negativity and bullshit going on. And I don't even pay attention to like the politics and all the, the circus, really. That's what it is to me. I just pay attention when there's something serious going on. I already know that things are going to crumble and fall, and let them fall, because guess what? It's only going to give us an opportunity to create something different with each other. We don't have to go by the system, and we're not going to go by the system because the system is dead. There's living dead within the system, and that's who's controlling everything. And AI. It's like the zombies are working with artificial intelligence. So it's like they merged, this is how I see it, and they're just like living dead computers, robots, living dead robots that think they're real. They think that they're more important actually than us. And really they're the scum of the earth, because they have nothing to do with what real human beings are. And again, persistence is going to get us to where we want to be. We can't give up. That's out of the question. They're already thinking and planning ahead, years and years and years ahead of us. So we really have to keep going and do not give up. I know I keep saying it, but it's very, very, very important to continue and stay focused on what brings you peace and joy, and what's going to help you grow and become a better version of yourself. All right, thank you.